Yeah.
Okay, so you probably need a hose pipe or something like that. Have you been on site where obviously you've got these motorhome service points?
I haven't used those before.
You haven't
no.
used them. If you didn't have an onboard tank, then you probably didn't have to use it.
Yeah.
So you've got an onboard tank, which you can obviously top up. Best thing to do is obviously top that up before you go onto pitch. It is full at the moment.
Right.
With this particular make as well, it has what they do. They put these things on, which is a 12-volt plug. So what you can do, if I can get it off. So with that, all the bits of cobweb underneath it, you can plug a pump into it to fill that. So if you had a container, a water container, you could actually perhaps leave it on pitch and then fill it up without having to go off and fill it up. But the only other problem with that is obviously wastewater. You still got to drain the wastewater at some point, but if you want to, that's a fitting there already for if you obviously need to purchase a pump to fit that.
So if can I go on? But can I move around with the water on board?
You can, but obviously you've got to be careful on weight limits and things like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's probably best to drain it more. You'll have some water in there, but drain it regularly as well, because any water sitting there for a long period of time is obviously not going to be too good.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So obviously that's water in.
Yes.
Wastewater out. So that's your drain there. So you've got an onboard waste tank as well. So the water going from the shower and the sinks, always collecting that. So these motorhome service points, obviously what they have is a drive over drain. You drive over and you just open that, drains straight down into it.
Right, okay.
Alright. What we've also got is the toilet cassette, which you may not have had on your last one either.
No.
Okay, to release it, just lift that orange lever there, and that should slide out easy. If it's not sliding out easy, push it back in. Go and have a look, see if the wastegate is open. It's not fully closed, it will not. It doesn't want to, obviously you don't want to force it out. So that just slides out. What we do is put a blue chemical inside that, so it's a small amount. You've got a measuring cup on the lid, you can see that there. So you put a small amount, can't talk today, small amount of blue chemical in there, then tip that in, and around about a pint to a litre of water. That helps to break the nasty stuff down, also before you use it. It does empty via that hole there as well. And Gareth's coming to have a look, see what we want.
So is that black waste?
That's toilet.
Is that, what's the difference between black and grey waste?
Grey is from your sinks.
Sink, and that's black, is it? Is that classed as black?
Well, I don't know. It's waste.
Okay, alright.
Toilet waste, that's what it is.
Okay.
To empty it, it goes out of that hole there.
Yeah.
And then you've got an air bleed button to allow it to flow freely.
Right.
Be careful where you put that, you don't want that going down the empty place as well. There is a specific point for emptying these. You've seen them on site, chemical emptying point, rather than down the drain.
Right.
Okay, and what you've also got, just open that there, add water on it. You can see inside there's a float, you see that? What that float is.
Oh yeah, there.
Yeah, you see it there.
Yeah.
That's it. So what that float is an indicator for when this is full, it indicates on the toilet.
Right.
So when you're cleaning it, or if you're sloshing it around like that, don't thrash it around too vigorously because that might drop off, and then that might go down the emptying point. Right. So be very careful if you're doing that.
Okay.
Okay. Right, Gareth?
Is the camera paused?
No, it's probably still recording.
Do you want me to?
Yeah.